All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1189 on this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is the last Studying Brew of the week. We are not going to have the Studying Brew tomorrow night for your 30 minutes of study. Tonight, though, we have content. We've got techniques. Most importantly, we're going to do 6 questions in a row. No skipping, no cherry picking, no nothing. Just like you would. You're going to see on the screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brandy's just going to go through them just like you did. Because you know what? It doesn't help you if it doesn't help you like you need the help when you're doing it.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. You're not here for me. You're here for Brandi. She got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. On this beautiful Wednesday evening, we are grateful and happy that all of you are here. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here, and you are trying to be, as we talked about last night, consistent. Consistency is key. It's not just the thing that you need for Jello, but it also is the thing you need for your studying to get a pass notice. Also, pretty much everything in life, everything has to be consistent, you know? I talk about it all the time. I say sometimes people are inconsistent, and if they applied that inconsistency to a lot of other things, it probably wouldn't work out. Like big topics like marriage, right? If you're not consistent with your marriage, it's probably not going to work out. Parenting, right? Your business, your health, everything takes consistency. It's you know, a lot of people are just like, they run from things like that because it's hard. Just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Usually it means the opposite. It's worth doing. The hardest things are the most worthy of doing. The easier things in life are probably the not so worthy things that we should not be doing, right? It's so easy to go eat fast food opposed to like staying home, getting good ingredients and making a dinner, right? Or making a lunch. That's harder. It's easier to go through a drive-through. And then our bodies look the way they do, right? No judgment. I understand. 20 something years I worked out of a shop and we had no choice to do drive-through. I didn't have a restaurant. I didn't have a lady making me food. This is pre-Brandi. But there was none of that. It is what it is, right? And some people, now that I know what I know, I used to use the excuse, well, I'm too busy to do these things, but there is ways to do things. Like if you were in my situation, some would say you need to have a day where you pre-make your meals, right? What do they call it? Food prep.
Meal prep.
Meal prep, food prep, whatever it is, right? You set yourself for success. You know you're not going to have enough time to make the food that you need to eat, and so you won't eat junk. You make food ahead of time, right? Well, how does this tie into my studying? Thanks for the food advice, Andy. It ties into your studying because this weekend, I mean, I know as us as a family, dude, we got CIF like running on, well, we got a game tomorrow. We have running on Friday. We have a playoff game on Saturday. And we have other festivities throughout the weekend that we're having to go do because we're parents, right? And then plus all the other business stuff Brandi has one-on-ones scheduled. We have a couple team meetings we have to go do. We have to go create content. We have to make sure that everything's ready for you guys for next week. We prepare everything on the weekend. There's just so much stuff to do. How does this relate to you? Because just like your food prep, you know that you're going to have a busy weekend. You should know your schedule. And if you don't know your schedule and you don't know what you're doing every day, that's another conversation you need to have with yourself before this conversation, which is you need to get a calendar. You need to get a planner. Well, I have the one in my phone, but you're obviously not filling it out and you're not working it. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can literally tell every single smartphone on the market, call its name, whatever its name is, right? Bing bong, whatever they call it. I'm not going to say their names because I want everybody's phone to go off. But you just say, hey, I have an event on Wednesday. Can you put that in my calendar and remind me? It's that simple. I need to study. You can literally make your smartphone. What did I just say? Smartphone make you smarter. That's the whole point of it. It's not just for games. It's not just to look up on social media and get enraged. It's not just for your business, but it's also has other things that makes humans supposedly smarter. So use that. But if you don't like that, like Brandi, she does do the digital, but she mainly leans towards how many planners you have. Exactly, that many. It takes her a while to count them all. She
5.
had like guys, we have we have this ginormous one that's literally stuck to our wall in our hallway. It's a huge map of the next 3 months of every single thing we have to be at and where we need to go. So not only do we know where we have to go, but also everybody in the house needs to know where they need to go, and everybody can be on time and everybody knows what's going on. So before you ask me, can I go somewhere? Go look on the humongous wall calendar that we have there. Is it attractive? Probably not, but I don't care. I'm not in this house to like make sure that everything in this house is looking like, what do you call it? Pottery barn.
This house is lived in.
It's practical, it's functional, it's just like everything we need to do. It's clean, but I'm just saying,
My kitchen table is homework table.
uh, we don't even have a dining room. Every single part of this house is functional in some way, but that works for us because that's what we're working at. You might love the Pottery Barn house, but you have to come up with something that works for you. You have to follow a plan. You need to get on a study plan. You need to get onto your calendar. You need to get onto your schedule. And then you have to follow the schedule, whether it's digital, whether it's paper, whether it's a thing in the wall on the hallway wall, whether it's your kids reminding, whether it's writing on your hands or putting sticky notes everywhere. There's millions of ways that work for people. I'm not telling you to which one you need to do. I'm telling you, you need to pick one and follow it and then do that. That's what that needs to happen because the best plan is the plan that you're doing. And if you don't have a study plan and you don't have a program and you don't have any way to schedule it and you want something and you want a 21-day plan to get through everything and get your pass notices before the year's up or start the year with a whole way of leveling up in 2026, you got to go ahead and just get our plan. Our plan is already on sale right now, 15% off. Join in on it. And once the screen loads, you can go ahead and have that QR code. Go ahead and click the links, whether you're on YouTube. Thank you for watching us on YouTube, by the way. Subscribers, subscribe, share, notify, all that great stuff on YouTube. Thank you, by the way. We're getting a lot of views on YouTube. I appreciate everybody in the love. But follow a plan, get a plan. We have ones for the SIE, the 663, 2665, and Series 7. Someone asked me today, they go, is it a real life person? I don't know what that means anymore. I'm like, yeah, my wife teaches all of these. All the videos were there. She's like, yeah, but does she teach it live? No, we do not teach it live per se in the course way because we want you guys to be able to do this at any time that you have available, just like what I was just saying about being consistent. Not everybody has like a whole Monday through Friday where you can skip school, skip work, skip this, skip that to get into a class, and then you're distracted and then you forget. So we have all these course videos already lined out, and we have books available. And then, as I told this nice lady, we have live sessions. The live sessions is where the real live person on Zoom goes, okay, do you have any questions? And you could get help with that. These are the questions that I've seen that you need help with. They're posted on the Discord, which is the Kona community, or they were sent to me, whatever way they were sent. And we break them down. She answers those questions. We are accessible. There's many different ways that you can reach out. There's many different ways you can get help with these exams, whether it's small group tutoring, one-on-one tutoring. All of this stuff is available. You just got to scan the QR code, hit the links. And if you need more questions answered, 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text, leave a voicemail if I don't answer. KonaButterflyz@gmail.com is where you can reach us at on that email. Scan the QR code, hit the links. Tomorrow, we have sessions. We will be there. That is the Thursday one in the upper left. We will have that Series 6 and 65 and Kona Study Hall tomorrow. Correct?
Yes.
There you go. And then, but we will not have the studying brew tomorrow night. So, like I said earlier, we do not have the studying brew. And then Friday, there is no member session. So, if this is the only thing you view during the week and you're wanting to know this, we're giving you an update. So, tomorrow afternoon is the last sessions we'll have until Monday.
Right.
So, we'll see you guys after this, after tomorrow's member sessions. We'll see you guys on Monday. That's when we pick everything back up to its regular scheduled programming. We will be gone for other, like I said earlier, a football game, a running event, or a playoff game. So we are booked. And then, so we will be back though on Monday. Hey, that's why we all start businesses, right? So that way we can have enough time to go be a part of those things we don't want to miss. And I appreciate every single one of you that allowed us to have that. so we can go be there and do these things. So thank you so much. But we will be on tomorrow for the 665 and the Kona Study Hall. And then business will resume back on Monday.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We will have reminders hit everybody on Patreon, Telegram, Discord, and all the other medias that we do. It's a full-time job just notifying people, but we will do that our best. Even though there's like 6 different ways I do it, there's going to be someone I didn't know.
It's habit.
It's a thing. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Did I cover everything?
Yeah.
All right. Content, techniques, not just test taking techniques tonight. We're going to do 6 questions in a row. That's what Brandi likes to say. What do you want to say about today's batch?
We are going to go technique first. Okay. Technique first. Techniques, like the fun thing that we do on Tuesday nights. We're going to do that first. Then we're going to do like the plain meaning of words next. Okay. This is what we do on Monday nights on the Study and Brew. So we're going to combine the first 2 things we do during the week. We're going to combine it.
It's almost the same order that they should be attacking every single question when they do a quiz or a test.
Guys, I did this every question. I'm going to show you at the bottom. I'm going to show you my results. At the bottom when we're done, the 6 questions. And then a little bit of content.
I always feel like you should do it in real time because some people complain. They're like, that's just so long to go through it.
I mean, honestly, if you guys want me to do it if you guys really want me to do
I
it.
love doing the question to answer. This seems so long to do. So hard. I wish I was lying, but I've heard that many times.
So I'll do it my time if y'all want.
Let's do it. Just so I can.
I'll do it exactly like I did it without taking the screenshot in between.
Because I can already hear the wine. Let's not add the cheese.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it.
All right. Whoa. I zoomed in a lot. Okay. So I got a partnership account may only, a fiduciary account may only, joint accounts are those with more than, or a corporate account. Look, this is like one of those questions. I am going to say this is like one of those questions that it's like, I hate these questions because it's not like that on the real exam, but these 2 are the same exact thing. So I can cross off A and D. This is just not true. And so B is the answer and B is the answer.
Because B had an only in it as well.
I couldn't play the Mona game because
they all had something.
They all had a Mona in it. So I couldn't play Mona. But I
Jenna noticed it.
So I just had to kind of look, and then the little bit of content was knowing that the fiduciary had to be specifically permitted to do margins.
That's the little bit of content you need.
That's a little bit of content. It's definitely a Kaplan favorite. Okay. Funding the plan sufficiently, matching employee contributions, providing quarterly investments, or allowing employees. So I kind of went down here and it says, meet future obligations, certain percentage, updates to employees. And I'm like, all of this sounds legit. All of it sounds good.
Looking at it, it sounds legit.
Nothing sounds bad. Nothing sounds like out of the ordinary. Nothing sounds the same, whatever. So I went to the question and I said, which of the following main employer obligations is defined benefit? Defined benefit is what we end up with. I'm sorry, hold on. Change that. This is like a pension. So we need to meet future obligations.
That's it.
And then I matched literally the word benefit with future.
And obligations with obligation.
Yeah. Oops. All right. You guys got that.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Because allowing employees to choose their investments, that would not be defined. That means you're choosing new things all the time. That's not defined at all.
Dude, I totally didn't even catch the 2 obligations, but that works. It literally worked. Okay.
Yeah. B and C are opposite of defined.
Yeah. All right. All right. Increasing investors' return, no impact on return, reduced in return, and then number. So I saw this number and I questioned it like, hey, that's the technique right there. But I also saw that these 2 are opposite. So I said, okay, cool. And then I went into the question, and the question is one of these. I said a bond trading. Okay, this is going to be that seesaw thing. But I'm going to be real with you guys. I did it with my arms. So I'm going to show you what I did with my arms. It says, okay, so I did this one. Dun, dun, dun. That means all of my percentages are lower. So it's going to reduce. And that is how I got there. But what I did, guys, is just my arms. I don't know if you can see my video. Hold on. Like genie. And then it went up I thought that's it. So I did it with my arms, but I did the same thing. So seesaw. Okay.
Why would it lean that way?
Because it's a premium.
Because it's the up part of your elbow that we were focusing in on.
Yeah.
Which means the other side would be down.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the only thing on the screen we don't have is the percentage part. We have the dollar amount, which is a way over 1,000, which is par.
Right. Now, one thing I do want to say, just because I did, if you guys notice, I put the number there and then I put the question mark there. If this was a Tuesday night and I purposely picked this
every day, all the time.
Exactly. But like I tell you guys, if you guys are taking your full quizzes or if you're actually on the exam, it's good to note that, but definitely go look in the question.
But we also say 95% of the time, it's going to be the opposite and not the number thing.
Right.
So if you see an opposite or a similar, it's going to be one of the two, which works out in this case.
Exactly.
So there's still technique in there.
Right. Face amount certificate, unit investment trust, treasury bill, management investment company. First of all, this is the only single security. So I was like, oh, okay, that one's cool. That one's different. And then I looked at the question and the question said managed by, and I said, well, how about the managed?
That's it.
That was it.
Even though we saw that one was different, that doesn't mean we automatically picked it. We want to still read the question and still get the easy layup if it's right there. Don't think too hard.
Yeah, because exactly. Played the Kona catchphrase. Boom, done. Lots of words here, right? Only the broker dealer, voting proxy, the voting proxy. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Those two start off the same. And this one had an and, even though it has an only. But if you read the statement, the voting proxy would be revoked and only the vote at the meeting would count. That is legit. That's the legit statement. And look at this question.
Wow.
What? But it literally, the only one of these statements that I actually read all the way through was C because of the and. B and C, I was going to focus there. C had the and. That's a legit.
If I didn't listen to Andy on the way to the test exam or the exam, and I went ahead and had one of those breakfast tamales on the side of the road, and it really upset my stomach, and I ran out of time in the exam for obvious reasons, and I had to get through 30 questions in 2 minutes, I'm picking C all day long.
Now, look, somebody in the chat said A had an and too. Yes, it did. But I focused on B and C first because they have the first 4 words are the same. So my brain said probably going to be B or C. And because C had it and then when you read the statement, it confirms the logic. If I voted, but then I showed up to vote, they're not going to count my mailing vote. They're going to count the in-person vote.
And technically C has 2 techniques in it, which is better than 1.
Right. Exactly.
The last sentence of the question is the most important.
Right. Got you. And the double dip. Yep. Exactly. All right.
Exact.
Mortgage bonds, common stock, preferred stock, debentures. So the first thing I saw was that these two are similar. And
similar or opposite?
Well, they're both bonds. They're both debt.
Right.
And then these two.
One's secured and one's secured though.
Okay, so that's where I was going to go next.
Sorry.
So first I compared.
I get so excited, Brandi.
No. So first I compared that the answer will be either B or C or A or D. And then like Andy said, this is secured and this is unsecured. Do you want to tell them how you remembered?
Debentures, dentures, unsecured teeth, unsecured bond.
Exactly. You write that better.
That's how I remember it all day long.
Okay.
If I see that in someone else's study prep, I'm going to find them and hunt them down.
Exactly. And then common stock and preferred stock, I can get into all that. But I went into the question and it said, if the company files for bankruptcy, which of the following investors would most likely to be paid first? And if you all know, we always pay the secured off first. This is the lastest. I said it. Lastest. Mortgage bonds are the firstest. Okay. Now, you guys got to keep in mind.
This is where you got to study and not necessarily always know techniques, but this is what the techniques did. They got it down.
Right. So, guys, this is what I did. So I took a 6-question quiz. Then you know how Kaplan like records how long you take. So you guys have to understand that I went through the question. I screenshotted it, do the extra step of saving the picture. Then I answered the question. Next question. Did it all, so that extra.
So what you're saying is there's let's give you 5 seconds per question. That was on maybe
5 to 10.
5 to 10 question. So let's say we're gonna add a minute.
Exactly.
So take a minute off of the time, and probably that's what it would have taken you.
Exactly.
If you weren't doing screenshots for all these kind people.
Exactly. Okay.
You guys slowed her down.
I mean,
that's what she wants to sell you.
Look at this, guys.
100%.
2 minutes and 8 seconds. Each question, I pulled the time for each question.
So what we're saying is a minute 8.
Do you guys see this?
Oh, wow.
That's the time it took per question.
And we're subtracting 10 seconds because there was a screenshot per.
Uh-huh.
Zoom in on that. That's amazing.
If you don't tell me, you cannot, none of you ever will ever tell me that the techniques, even if the answer was not answered with the technique, that you actually had to do some content. You cannot tell me that the techniques don't work, because look at that.
It takes a lot of indecisiveness. It gets you zeroed in on what you need to focus in on. It gets you narrowed into what the possible answers could be, which takes less time because you're not going back and forth. You're not rereading stuff. You're not wasting your time trying to recall pointless information.
Exactly. That's why we call it surface level content. We get in, we get out. We get in, we get out. Does that make sense? We get in, we get out. That is the best practice. I don't have time to overthink if I get in, get out.
So if you're one of those people who are saying, I tried Kona, it just takes too long to do the questions that way. I don't like to do it. It's the answers first. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult. We're just trying to teach you a way for success. We're showing you a proven skill set that will help you. Do you have to practice things that are skills? At this age, whatever age you are, you should know that that's true. There's no skill set out there that you just automatically know. They all take practice. They all take time. They all take fails. They all take, practice.
It's just like anything.
Anything.
Your work.
Walking.
Your
Eating.
presentation to clients.
Using the bathroom.
Yes.
The most fundamental stuff. Everything.
Everything takes practice. If you want to be good at it, everything takes practice, including taking tests and passing them.
Everything. Even your mental attitude.
Yes.
This weekend, you not only practice the skill sets that we just showed you, but you got to be consistent with your practice. You got to be consistent with your effort. You have to be consistent with your schedule and be consistent with your study plan. If you don't have a real study plan that doesn't get this through in the next 21 days, then you need to shake it up and you need to go get onto Kona, because the time is a wasting. Money is a wasting. You are literally waiting. I don't know why. I don't know why you're waiting for. I just really can't follow that up with any other logic other than why are you waiting? Just get this thing done, guys. But it's got to be a practice. You got to keep at it, and you just got to keep working it. Even if it doesn't work for the first time, the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, blah, blah, blah. Guys, just keep going at it until you do it. Just like when you're learning to walk, you're going to fall down. So what? Pick yourself up. Figure it out. You get there. It's that simple. Don't make it hard. All right, we will be back. Brandi will be back tomorrow for those member sessions, and then everything will be back on Monday as usual. So I'll see you on Monday. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night. Mahalo.
Thank you all so much for being on. We super, super appreciate you guys. Practice these. Take your tests. Be consistent through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.